Welcome everybody back to another episode of Couch Chronicles, Volume 10. We hit a decade on y'all already, and it's gonna start better than this decade did.
Talking like an old DJ.
I know. Hold on, let me turn you up. Let me turn you up at this thing.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check.
Okay, yeah, you back up in here now. Okay, we got you turned up.
Let me tell y'all something. I got a hole at the bottom of my sock. I already know, so don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing if you see it.
Well, now you talking like an old DJ.
Cause you
so I set the tone. So let me tell y'all something. We about to do these Couch Chronicles on y'all.
On you suckers.
On you suckers. All right, we're gonna calm down now. All right, the first question is from Larry Adam. Larry Adam says, "So to all, what's up? So to all the DT, little Larry Adam.
Yeah, he chop wood.
Yeah, Larry Adam definitely chop wood." So to all the DT fam, do you and your significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, share the same humor? Me and my wife don't, and you know, it's cool. Honestly, my wife isn't the biggest DT fan, and she gets irritated when I laugh too hard at the videos or podcasts. She dang near comes close to getting called out her name when it comes to y'all, but I know Jesus would be mad, so I punch her instead. Yo. Hey, yo, that's a solid joke. I'm not gonna lie. That is that's a solid joke. Have y'all ever dated someone who didn't find your content side-splitting funny and just okay? Keep it up, though, fam. The new season of Room Noise is slapping so far, and the Corona comic skit. Let people know why y'all always hold the crown. Much love, Mr. Adams. So appreciate that first and foremost, Mr. Adams, and great joke. One of my past significant others wasn't the biggest fan when we started, and I do remember the day I was like, I know this ain't gonna last long, because I think it was right after our YouTube got deleted, and she was like, why are you crying about it anyway? It wasn't like y'all was making no money. I was like, ooh, okay, all right, that's pretty much gonna solidify where we going.
First class ticket out of my life.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I've had that, but other than that, not someone I've dealt with that's just been like, oh, you not funny or not. I mean, I don't even like. I like meeting people who don't necessarily know what I do. That's cool too. Like that way, they can be introduced to it, and so forth. We had this conversation a lot though about if like our significant other like wasn't funny and like they did comedy or something.
It may sound shallow, but you gotta have a sense of humor. That's very important for me. Just like how mostly every girl gonna say she wants someone that makes her laugh.
Yeah,
I need someone that laughs at my jokes. It sounds, you know, shallow of me to say you need to laugh at my jokes, but it's like my humor is such a big part of me. Mm-hmm. It's like if you don't laugh at my jokes, it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna last for me, because I'm gonna feel dead in this relationship. Weird, yeah. I'm like, I can't be myself, basically, because I'm very goofy and silly. And my mind works in a certain way that's different from a lot of people.
And I feel like even from the beginning stages of talking to somebody, you gonna know what type of humor y'all share off top. So it
won't even get that far.
Yeah, it's not gonna get that far.
If you gonna find me.
Now, once we in a relationship, if let's say I find, Dave Chappelle funny and she don't find him funny, then that's a whole different thing.
That's just subjective.
But
you gotta find me funny.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about
I don't care anybody else. You gotta find me funny. As long as you laughing at me and my jokes, we good.
Yeah. I need her to laugh at my jokes like we laughed at yours, as you said. That was a good joke. It was a dark joke, but that was a good joke. Taylor Afro Lady Thomas. Hey DT family, thank you for answering.
Tyler.
I said Taylor, my bad. Tyler. Sorry, Tyler. Hey DT family, thank you for answering my question last week. Hope you fellas are doing well. My question this week is more so about how to get my podcast, The Purple Vibe, going more. I've went back to the drawing board in January and made 4 new segments with my original intros and myself singing using good old GarageBand app, but I just feel stuck. I really would love to see it grow and for more people to listen, but while going through depression, I've wanted to give up on the whole thing several times. I have an Instagram page for it, but it's not getting much attention there. I don't know. I'm doing this because I really love it, but I also want to reach a bigger audience. It's been a little over a year, so I'm not sure where I'm at with it. I have an audience of 37, but I know for a fact that the analytics that that only about 6 listen regularly, 2 of which being my best friends. Any advice is always appreciated. I know I've asked this before last year or sometime, but your girl is still struggling in this podcast world. Love y'all and hope y'all staying safe. Go ahead.
Honestly, you can't skip steps.
Yeah.
Like, you got to just go on this journey. Like, when we started off, we weren't getting views like that, but we just kept going, and then eventually we caught some momentum and we kept going with that. So consistency is one. You just got to keep going until maybe that one episode pops. One way to help it out is jump on what's like the popular trendy topics.
Yeah.
Like right now, Corona's big. Like if you did something on that, I don't know what your podcast is about. That may not make sense for the brand of the podcast, but whatever your brand is, maybe attaching to that subject that people are already talking about. So when you hashtag it and put it out there, they may naturally catch on.
And another thing is, well, 2 things. When we started our podcast, we started at 0 too, and even on SoundCloud, like we weren't getting.
Wait. You hear that?
What's that?
Is that what I think it is?
Boss Talk on the Questions podcast. But like even when we first started our podcast, we were getting views, but there was a point where we weren't getting views on SoundCloud. I actually went all the way down on SoundCloud, to be honest with you, because I stopped putting up there, and I was like, you know what, I can't be like that, so I gotta get that back up, and that's gonna be a project on my end to get that back up. And then also another thing you got to do is you can't be afraid to reach out. Like, you never know, like, who will share your stuff. You can't be afraid, like, let's say your podcast is about meditation and you come across a meditation page that has maybe 1,000 followers. You can't be afraid to reach out to them and say, hey, look, I would love to feature you on I want to talk about your practices on my podcast. Would you be down to, like, just to say something nice about, like, you going to get some no's, but you're gonna get some yes, but you gotta be willing to be open and you gotta reach out to people. Like, a lot of people are willing to, like, just repost or say something about your podcast.
Not only that, some may do it for free, but some may just charge a small fee.
Yeah,
that's so. Find the podcast that's like in a similar vein as yours and reach out to them if they have a bigger platform and see how much they charge for posting your posts on IG. Some do a 24-hour post, some do a week-long post, some do a story post. It's all kind of ways.
Yeah. James Jones, not to be confused with Jim Jones.
Or James Earl Jones.
Don't forget the junior. Hey, DT, hope y'all doing well during this quarantine. This is my first time writing in. Who is the Spider-Man fan? Me, Rome. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, and my favorite movie of all time is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That was solid. That was a good card too. Up until about a week ago, my wife and I didn't allow our daughter to have any screen time, but her and I both had a fever one day, and we watched Into the Spider-Verse together. She loved every second of it, and we watched it several times since. It was such an awesome feeling to share something I love with my daughter, and her love it too. That's cute. That's sweet. Not sure how deep any of y'all's fandom of comic-related things is, but is there any chance of comic-related content like an MCU rewatch and ranking during the quarantine, or comic book club where specific arcs are discussed? I think Emmanuel he could do something. I think Emmanuel could start something like that. I don't know if he would do it like on the Trap House page or something, but I think, like, I'm into it, but he's a little bit more deeper into it with me. Like, I could talk about the movies, but he's like into the comic books. Like, he gets down to the comic books, like movies and cartoons I can do. But yeah, I'll let him know that you asked about that. That would be interesting.
I know Batman not Marvel, but he doing Batman episode, then I can step in. I can step in for that. Dragon Ball Z, Ninja Turtles,
Dragon Ball Z, yeah.
Those I can step in for.
Now, Dragon Ball, we can do a whole thing on the Frieza saga and how long it took to turn Super Saiyan.
My middle school life. It lasted all of my middle school life.
That one episode took 3 years.
The whole time I'm thinking, is Frieza a man or a woman?
Yeah, I don't know what he was. Michelle D. Luffy, not to be confused with Michelle, I don't know. All right,
Hillary Duffy.
There we go. Hey, DT fam, I just want to say the Shade Room room noise episode was fire. It deserved to go viral. Now, this is my question for you guys. How are you guys staying healthy and fit during this quarantine? Like, what are the steps and measures apart from working out that you are taking? Because with the grocery stores not having a lot of amenities available, how could someone make sure they are not gaining weight? Well, stop eating. Because your girl has auditions to go to after this quarantine is over, and the last thing I need is for me to not fit into a costume because I may not care too much about gaining a little bit of weight, but my casting director sure hell does. Thank you for everything you do. Stay safe, stay blessed. Thank you, Michelle. Well, one, honestly, you gotta watch what you eating. Like that's the number one thing. If you don't want to gain weight, well, you know what foods make you gain weight. You've been with yourself long enough to know. But other than that, you said other than working out. I mean, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just to stay healthy on the healthy side of things, I take my sea moss pills in the morning. They're 92 minerals of the 102 minerals that's in our bodies that we need, essential minerals. So that already starts the day off good. And then I do 2 smoothies a day. In the morning, I do a green smoothie. And then at night, I do more of a vitamin C type smoothie with more fruits that have more vitamin C in them. And then I also play higher frequency music in the morning, get my vibration up. And then I go outside. I make sure I go outside and get the natural vitamin D from the sun we need. And then I take walks around the neighborhood. And I've been exercising in my room. My 6-pack is coming back.
Yeah, I mean, actually, my home workouts have been great. Like, I be in here sweating. I be out. Well, I go running first, then I do some jump rope. I try to do cardio. Any type of cardio, like Cam saying, even walking is good because that'll just get your blood, circulating. I have to order sea moss, so I want to order that. But I got elderberry for right now, and I got my daily vitamins. And then smoothie. I mean, eating oatmeal, meditation's good. Meditation's good to stay healthy. I mean, you can focus on not being hungry. Like that's how some people, like when they fast, they meditate and focus on spiritual food instead of physical food, and then that helps them. So yeah, so you can do it, and then also just don't eat the fat foods. That's gonna help a lot.
If it tastes good, don't eat it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it boils down to. DB_Shatas. Hey guys, just joined the Patreon. Since this quarantine started, I've somehow found a way into watching Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on YouTube and have been laughing at how extra the fights were back then. That's funny. I kind of want to watch that now. Like they literally,
Power Rangers?
Yeah, like they literally would do flips and jumps for no reason for a simple ass kick to the chest. But them niggas knew they martial arts though. Do you guys ever look back at the Power Rangers and laugh at the stupidity? And who was y'all's favorite Ranger? Mine was Jason, but mainly because my favorite color red. But Zach was that nigga though. Peace, stay safe, fam.
Yo, I can't watch it no more. I cringe.
That shit bad.
The way they have Zach, every time they cut to Zach, hey Zach, kick it, and then this hip hop, this generic ass hip hop beat come on,
and that nigga
start break dancing and doing all this pop locking stuff I've never seen in a real fight.
Yeah.
So it was like back in the day, Jason and Zach were my favorite, but I can't watch it no more.
I've watched some stuff like I remember not too long ago I watched the scene with the putties, and like the nigga would swing and hit him. And then 4 seconds later, the explosion would happen. He hit him and then went, boom. I'm like, nigga, you've been hit him. And why is he exploding from this hit? Yo,
spontaneous combustion.
Jason was my favorite too. But it was kind of weird because he was a long-haired white dude, looked like a surfer. But red was my favorite color.
Always drawn to the leader. That's what I think it is.
And I did like red, you know what I'm saying?
That's my favorite color too.
Yeah, I like red. And I was like, fuck, man. But he
was a blood.
He was a blood. He was Suwu. Yeah. Y'all ain't see when he was doing this, he was actually throwing up signs.
He was Mighty Morphin Pyru.
Mighty Morphin Pyru. What y'all didn't know is he had a flag tucked under that helmet. Well, he did. He wore a red bandana.
Mighty Morphin Pyru.
Mighty Morphin Pyru. Man. And so the putties was the other niggas on the block that they just had to handle it. And but they also
the putties was those crabs.
They also showed gang leadership because him and what's his name Billy was the blue. They worked together. You know what I'm saying? So it was a family gang member oriented thing. But yeah, I haven't. Also went back and watched Ninja Turtles. Every one of them except for Raphael in the tub, which is the second one.
I can't remember. That's my favorite one.
That's the best one. But the rest of them, I ain't gonna lie, they bad.
No, when it got to like them going to Japan and stuff, that's when it got bad. Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie, I like the one with Vanilla Ice and shit, man. That shit I ain't gonna lie,
that one bad
go
too.
Ninja, go Ninja,
that
go.
part's hard.
Hold on, hold my mic.
Hit him with the Go Ninja. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Go. They was hitting that dance though. We might have to do that on TikTok. The Go Ninja.
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Go Ninja. Oh, that's funny. Crushed Paradise. Top of the morning, bitches. Top of the morning, bitches.
Top of the morning, bitches.
Name a time you felt like you almost lost your black card. The ability to get invited to the cookout. Okay. Well, one, I don't know how to play spades. So that's already...
Look. I don't know how to play spades, but it's y'all fault because no one who knows how to play spades won't take the time to teach me how to play spades. So how am I ever gonna learn? So fuck y'all.
So that's that.
I play Uno. Bring that Uno.
Yeah, bring that Uno. Is there another thing that I mean? I like mayonnaise. I
love mayonnaise. It's essential to every sandwich.
So fuck y'all that don't like mayonnaise. What's another black thing that is there a movie that I hadn't seen that every black person?
Nah, I've seen all my black movies.
Okay, yeah.
All my black content is up to date.
Really, Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, Friday, Poetic Justice, Juice. Yeah, you seen those. I think you all right in the realm of things. A lot of black people don't. They love the Meek Mill intro. I don't like it, so that's probably one.
That shit fire.
I think that's pretty much it that I can think of right now. Ariana Miles. Hey, y'all. Hope all is well in the midst of our changing world. I was just wondering how y'all got y'all names. I was named after my grandfather, Aaron, or Aaron. Hence the double A at the beginning, and my last name is actually misspelled. Supposed to be Miles with an I. Because it was misspelled on my dad's birth certificate, and my family didn't care enough to change it. That's what they say. It's misspelled. That's funny. Were you almost named something else, or were you named after someone? Much love. Well, for those of you who don't know, I'm Slice Jr. So I'm Stevie Jerome Green Jr. My dad is Stevie Jerome Green Sr. So I am a junior. So I was named after my father. So that's.
I don't know how they got the name. It was either between Cameron or Brandon. So they chose Cameron, and my middle name is Brandon, and that's with an E-N, not an O-N.
And I could call you Brandon. I could see you Brandon. You know, I could see you Brandon. And then Rome obviously comes from Jerome. A lot of people be really confused about it. They were like, "Where you get Rome from?" Like,
which is a Jewish name, if y'all didn't know. Like Jerry Seinfeld, real name is Jerome Seinfeld.
He a real name.
And Lawrence, that y'all think is a black name, is also a Jewish name. Larry David, real name is Lawrence David. They just don't like to sound black, I guess.
Yeah, it is what it is. Maria G. Hey guys, how are you all doing? I'm trying to keep myself as sane as I can through this whole COVID-19. What are some things you guys do to keep yourself sane through this time? Thank you, much love. I mean, reading has been good. Let's expand into I think learning has been great during this time. Learning, and then like I've said on the podcast, like I've just been really into houses for the past 4 days. So that's been taking up some time, just looking at houses, and I think envisioning myself in my house has been good. Like that's been good. I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired of cooking. I'm tired of cooking. I'm tired of cooking, but I'm hanging in there.
For me, it hasn't been that bad because I'm used to this life already. We work from home. We've been working from home for years.
Yeah,
7 years now. I've been working from home, so it's not like a big adjustment for me. And the older I've gotten, the more of a homebody I've become. So it's not that bad for me.
Yeah.
And like him though, I just been more productive. My creativity has been rejuvenated. Like I've been doing more creative stuff, and I've been in houses. I pen houses every night. But the site, the YouTube he put me on, this got me even more. Like I discovered something I never heard of last night called herbatorium, which is you can grow your herbs inside. So it was in this person's kitchen. And now I put that on my checklist for my house because that shit was so fire to me. I'm like midnight texting someone like, yo, you ever heard of a herbatorium? Like, this is fire.
And here's the thing about looking at houses. You think like you'll watch one, but all right, cool. That shit is addictive. You be like, man, I gotta see what else.
Because, now look, y'all done got me sitting up. I feel like the house is your most exciting purchase?
Absolutely.
What's more exciting than purchasing your house and then diving in there and like decorating it? So it was like, that's all I dream about. Like my house. Like I look at it, I'm pinning interiors every night. I'm ready to go.
Because life different.
I'm ready.
Once you get your house like that, now when you out and you looking at stuff, you like, that might look good in my house. Like you think about stuff different. You looking at stuff differently.
Let me tell you one of the main things I'm ready for. All the times my mom would say, "This is my house. You can't, because it's my house. Just do what I say. This and that." I can't wait till I get my house. She come over and try to do something that she like at her house. No,
this is my house.
This is my house.
And then you'll look at her.
I'll be like, dread it. Run from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
This is my
house. With all due respect.
I love you.
This is the way we do things here.
That's funny. Yeah, that and then
my bad. The last thing on that same episode, I was looking at these sinks in the bathroom, and like it looks like an infinity pool almost, like the water's gonna run over. But the way it's designed, it just goes down to this little hole. And then he was like, "Yeah, Kanye West designed this." I like this man Kanye.
And then it's just like once you start looking at that stuff, you start learning more now. Like when you do go to buy your house, or even if you're talking to somebody, you can have conversation about what type of fixtures you like and stuff. Like now it opens up a world of conversation. So learning is a big thing. I was looking up last night. I'm looking at wine classes because I want to get into wine. I want to get into the
You drink a lot of wine. So
yeah, I like wine. I want to get into wine. I want to get into like the different levels of wine, how the wine tastes. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff.
Do you think you would like your own wine one day?
You know what? I can see that.
What would you call it? Would you put one of those the dashes over the E if you call it Rome?
You know what? I would.
I
would have to put I have to do that, or I would just call it Junior. Put a JR on it.
So it's a small bottle.
Small bottle, just a little miniature size.
I ain't drinking that shit.
Hilarious. Hey Zeus, another week in the Rona season. Hope y'all still keeping the sanity. Last week, you guys were talking about the NBA players playing 2K, and on TV, I saw a glimpse of it, but also saw that NASCAR drivers had a whole setup with the steering wheel and everything so they could still do their thing. It really changed the game with that. But in all seriousness, what are the qualities y'all look for in the OnlyFans account? No. Yeah.
Hey, I'm tired of talking about OnlyFans every week.
You set that up good. That's funny.
That's funny.
Well, what are the qualities y'all look for in the OnlyFans account? What would get y'all to give up that 5? Stay clean, fellas. I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right, we're gonna go into this one for the last time.
Yeah.
We've been talking about OnlyFans for 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
First, I gotta have a personal connection. I gotta know you. I gotta know you like personally. Not even like I met you, like we had some type of communication before.
Yeah.
Like I need to know you that. Then you gotta have a phenomenal body because that's what I'm coming for. Honestly. And then 3. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I don't know what's gonna give up that when I can just go to Pornhub.
Like
and throw up 5 tabs. So I'm gonna give you $5.
I throw 5 tabs and get to rolling. You know, I can click if I want to see it from the back. I can click that and
get everything I want.
Like I can, so it's tough, man. It's tough. Like unless I ain't gonna lie. I will say this: if I had just a wild amount of money in my account right now, I'd do it for fun. I will say that.
I still won't.
I do it for fun. Just cause I would do it.
Because if I had that amount of money, I would just be building my house. I ain't got time for this.
And put OnlyFans in your house. Classic Cuddy. Hey, I meant to email y'all or DM y'all, but last week got real hectic, shaking my head. I remember from my church passed away due to COVID-19 last Tuesday, and my uncle passed away too last Friday. It's kind of difficult to celebrate my 30th birthday, but I'm trying to make the best of it. Keep my fam and church fam in prayer. Thanks. Yeah, man. I mean, send our condolences to your family and your church family. I know that is tough to deal with two two deaths at one time. I mean, we do have the Boss Talk episode of dealing with grief, with our homie JD Witherspoon. So I mean, maybe that can help a little bit, but still, like I think what you got to do is, since it's your 30th birthday, I mean, like you said, it's kind of difficult to celebrate your 30th. I think you got to take this time to just have that gratitude that you seen 30. You know what I'm saying? That you were able to see 30, and that you were able to experience the memories that you did have with your uncle and, you know, your church members. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the best way to try to use that for good memories. I think that'll help.
That's what we were talking about in the Dealing with Grief episode. Like, I lost my grandma in January, and what helps me whenever I lose someone that's close to me is just thinking about all the good memories, man. And then when I'm at the funeral, I usually give a speech. And I usually tell a funny story, like laughter. That's why I say humor is such a big in my life, because it helps me with everything, every aspect of my life. And like, I'm just getting over it now. I feel like it happened in January, April. Now I feel like I'm content with it. Like, I'm not thinking about it as much, you know. It's just like, I'm just content. I'm just happy for the time I had.
Jordan Moreland, what's up, DT? Got any highlights of the week? Since coronavirus is literally going to pop up one way or another, and for me having the lack of any other question, I might as well jump in with it. You guys hear about this drug called Ativan that Japan has been using lately to cure supposedly 90% of the coronavirus disease? It supposedly was a drug that was used for flu. It's an interesting read if you can find it. What's your thoughts on this? Could this be true? Could this be something the media is trying to spread so everyone chills the fuck out and stop hoarding toilet paper? Who knows? Stay quarantined, DT fam. I'm not going to lie. Reading that, I was about to say, who knows? Find out next week on Dragon Ball Z. That's what I was about to say.
To me, I'm going to be honest, I don't trust the government.
Yeah,
I just don't. The more I get into politics, the more I just be diving in stuff.
We were literally just starting to
and we watching one right before this started. This big conspiracy shit. But I just don't trust modern medicine, because it's like, what's in there? What's in this? What are you giving me? Like, these vaccinations, all that. I don't trust none of that. And only way I'm getting that vaccination is like if they force it, like, oh, you can't renew your license if you're not vaccinated. Oh, you can't get on this plane or travel anymore if you're not vaccinated. And it's like, all right, how do I maneuver? Because now you're taking away all of my life.
Yeah.
My resources.
And the thing about it is, like, what makes me think about it too is, like, I think about back in the biblical days. I think about, like, how I'm even reading about how they had certain herbs to heal people and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, so if they using all these natural things, like, why can't that still work today? Like, why can't, especially if we have, you know, more access to natural foods, if we can get to, like, you know what I'm saying? So it made me think about that stuff too, but they want to put these chemicals and shit in my body. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know, man. That shit weird.
I just rather eat healthy. That's why I switched my diet, my lifestyle. I just rather be there, and I rarely get sick, so.
Oh, man. My favorite word to say. Okay, good morning, y'all. What's good, brothers? Love the Room Noise episode. This blessed Easter Sunday. Blessed Easter Sunday. Great topic. Oh, Rome, what games you got for the Switch? Mine should be coming in soon, so I'll give you the hands and Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart. On to the question. Before we move on to the question, I have Mario Kart, Mortal Kombat, Dragon Ball Z, NBA 2K, Crash Bandicoot, and Super Smash Bros.
If y'all play online, y'all gotta play with WNBA game.
That shit. All right, I'm down for that too. I gotta get the online feature. I'm still figuring out the Switch, honestly. Okay, on to my question. Saquon was on Twitter talking about his favorite college highlight tape. With that said, which player had your favorite college highlight tape? For me, it's a toss-up between Tavon Austin and DeAnthony Thomas.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, I'm very biased to this question. I've seen it. Peter Warrick for me, hands down. Like, that's my favorite. Peter Warrick. That's my favorite college wide receiver of all time. His highlight tape is amazing, and it still saddens me it didn't translate to the NFL. But Tavon Austin tape is bomb too. Deshaun Jackson is bomb. But it's just something about Peter Warrick. I'm a big Florida State fan, so that too. But his highlights were crazy. I remember I loved him so much. When I was younger, when he got drafted, I recorded the draft on VHS tape and recorded his highlights just so I can keep watching him. Like, he inspired me that much. So Peter Warrick.
One person I really like watching, not gonna lie, I really like watching Reggie Bush, because
that's who won, I think, the consensus, because he was doing trending because
he was doing some wild shit. I mean, not wild, but it just looked so natural out there. And, you know, I think I really, but I didn't know when was the debate? It was like recently on Twitter.
I think yesterday.
Oh, okay.
But also, if you want to look at another great highlight, look at Dante Hall when he was with the Chiefs.
Man.
Not college, it's NFL. Man. Type in Dante Hall.
Mean.
Those highlights.
Mean.
Jesus Christ.
Rains down. Greeting, Nigmeisters. Okay, so last week it was Nig. This week is Nigmeisters. That sounds like a nice scientist.
It sounds like a speaker.
Like the Nigmeisters. And you got them Nigmeisters in the trunk. Booming.
Nigmeisters sound pretty good.
Room noise was on point this week. You guys are definitely the future, and I'm gonna be right there in old folks' home talking about back in my day about y'all. Appreciate it. Anyway, your boy got the stimulus check, and I'm thinking about getting myself a Nintendo Switch. I'm debating on should I hold out on it since I'm an essential worker, aka pawn to capitalism, and I don't be at the house a lot, or should I just say fuck it and get it and play whenever? Listen, you in quarantine, fuck it, you get it and play. Like if that's what you want to do, if you want to spend the money on it, spend your money. And
see, this is another reason I don't fuck with the government, man. Everybody getting their checks. I ain't got mine yet. I ain't got my refund check. I ain't got my stimulus check. Ain't nobody check on me. I ain't got no Nike checks. I ain't fucking with checks right now until I am fucking with checks again.
Not check cereal.
Not check cereal.
But yeah, he said, what'd you say? Should you hold out? Yeah, no, get it. Shit, fuck it. If you got the money, if you have the money to spend, then that's what you want. I'm an advocate of getting what you want.
How much they go for?
I think like $2.99. One day, like $2.99. Curtis, what up, DT fam? Saw this question on the ADD Squadcast. Would you rather change your past or see your future? And side note, the Shade Room Noise episode, straight heat. Stay safe, stay blessed. Fuck stress. Fuck stress. Ooh, okay. Change your past or see your future.
Here's the thing. Like, I'm not a big on seeing my future because if I see something that I don't like, then it's like, that may put me in depression. Like, damn, what the hell? But initially, it'd be like, I don't really have regrets, but I know if I go back in the past, I can do some things that will change my future.
Yeah,
But then again, when we watch movies, when you change something in the past, it affects everybody.
I think it's the intention though. I think I would go with change the back because I'm like, I don't know if I want to see the future. I like looking forward to something. So I think I would change it, but I think it's how you change the past. Like, if you go back and just be like, the winning lottery numbers, I think that's a selfish thing. But if you go back and change the past, like how you said you wanted to learn how to play the keys, you know what I'm saying? Like that might just enhance.
But I can do that.
No, now. You can. But I mean, like I'm talking about, like if you had to go back and you could really dive in.
To be honest with you, that's what I'm going back to do. Maybe not necessarily the lotto, but let's jump on. Let me invest in this because I just know it's about to take off. Yeah. Let me do this because I just know this is going to be the future. This is like, I don't know. Yeah, that's the whole point of going back.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Sierra Derrico, hey DT, recently I saw a documentary series on YouTube that you all should check out, should look into about the Atlanta snap dance scene. Apparently, Soulja Boy was not the creator of the infamous Superman dancing song. It was from a group called Flow Masters. It's quite interesting. Yeah, we know Flow Masters.
We know all about the Flow Masters.
That's all. Y'all stay blessed and safe out here. Much love. See, I'll send the link to y'all email as well. Okay. Yeah, I think I did see that link. I need to go click. I just want to watch it. We got 4 more questions. Hey guys, how is everyone? Quarantine and all, what have y'all been doing? Reading any new books, listening to new music? What's been keeping y'all sane? Well, we answered that a little early, but new books, I'm still in the same book.
I'm reading this Zen book about creativity, like how to be Zen in your pursuit of creativity in your work.
Aisha St. Philip. We back to Aisha. St. Philip. Hey DT, did you guys watch the acceptance speech from Dave Chappelle accepting the Mark Twain Prize? I'm so proud of him. Do you think Kevin Hart will ever get it? I don't think so. Kevin is funny, but he doesn't have the edge that Dave has. I feel like he's scared of what people say about him. He's low-key a people pleaser. What characteristics do you think got Dave has got him to this point? And Kevin makes more money, but Dave won this prize at a young age. Do you think the money or the prize determines who has been more successful in the comedy industry? Okay, this is a good conversation. All right. So first, did I see the speech from Dave Chappelle accepting the Mark Twain Prize? I watched his whole Mark Twain thing, so I think he did the speech in there. Yeah, I did. I watched that. Do you think Kevin Hart will ever get it? I don't think so. It's tough to say. It's tough to say. I can't. I don't know.
It's tough because Kevin has done things that no other comedian has done before.
Yeah,
and he's still going. So we got to see how it ends. Honestly.
Yeah. Other question was, feel like he's a people pleaser. What characteristic do you think got Dave to him this point? I don't think that Kevin's necessarily. Kevin's the comedian who he's a storyteller. First off, we know he's a storyteller, and he said a long time ago he's not in the political stuff. Like, he's gonna talk about himself,
his life,
his life. You know what I'm saying? And he's also a motivational type of comedian. Like, you know, he work out. That wasn't Dave's path. Dave's path, he wanted to be the edge. He wanted to push the envelope and stuff. But I don't think that makes Kevin a bad comedian. You know what I'm saying?
His whole Dave Chappelle show is about race and social issues. So that was always his comedy.
So I wouldn't even expect Kev to do that. Like, that's not his thing. It's not. I don't think he might even be funny in that arena of politics and all that stuff. Like me, I'm not a politic type of guy. Like, even Dormtainment, we might touch on something here and there on the podcast, but we don't necessarily make full on skits about.
Yeah, I think I'm probably the biggest in politics in this group.
Yeah, I think you and Emmanuel maybe probably.
Emmanuel ain't in it. He just don't fuck with it. I'd be really watching it.
But at the same time, it does help. It helps the comedy if you at least are up on a little bit of stuff like that. So, but the characters that got Dave there, he just cerebral with his it's
very
effortless.
Smart.
It's very smart.
He knows how to structure a joke at this point. He knows his voice. He just knows himself inside out. So it's just easy.
That come from working on your craft.
Yeah, he's at the point where you get to a certain point where no matter what you say, you know people gonna laugh.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause they just excited. Like, you get in the room, you know everyone knows you, so they're already ready to laugh. Like, he's reached that level. Like Larry David reached that level, you know.
Yeah. He said, do you think the money or the prize, she said, do you think the money or the prize determines who has been more successful in the comedy industry? Neither. I don't think
that's subjective.
Yeah, it's subjective.
Definitely not money, because it's people that hasn't been the richest comedians that the richest comedians say they're the goats.
Yeah,
like they're the funniest they have ever seen. So it ain't about money or nothing.
Yeah.
Like look at us. Like, we may not be the biggest online comedians out there, but
we made a stamp.
I think we made a stamp. I think it could be an argument that, you know, put our skits against anybody else who do online comedy, or our comedy music against anyone else who do comedy music.
Be a nice little.
They may be bigger than us, but that don't mean they had the same impact or maybe better. And it's not even done yet.
Yeah, nowhere near done. Just getting started. Felicia, hey y'all. Hope quarantine lifestyle been treating you well. So the other day while at my mom's house, I started asking stupid questions because there's nothing else to do. My mom has 4 girls. God bless her. I asked her which one of us could she see going to jail for murder. It was me, by the way. So the same question goes for y'all. Out of the 5 of y'all, who is most likely to go to jail for murder, and what would everyone pick as their last meal? I think Emmanuel, because he be reckless sometimes. So I can see, I can see it.
Yeah,
I can see Emmanuel. And she said, what would everyone pick as their last meal? Ooh. Lord.
That's tough, man.
Lord, man.
I'm a foodie, so that's a hard question.
That is rough.
Because there's so much food I love.
Because all the time you just start thinking of food that you love. That's tough.
I don't know.
Like, I love breakfast. Am I going on a breakfast meal?
It's either gonna be between breakfast or a Caribbean dish, like some type of Caribbean dish. Because
man. Katrina Morrison. What's up, y'all? Hope y'all are managing and staying safe in these quarantine streets. Congrats to y'all making it to the Shade Room and getting 1 million views. Y'all did that. Appreciate it. All right. Sorry, my shit acting wild. Hold on, y'all.
God damn it, Steve.
Okay, here we go.
God damn it, Josh.
Y'all touched on meditating on the podcast this week. It's something that I've started getting to during this time. Do you have any tips or recommendations on apps that you use while in solitude? Yeah,
I just use high vibrational music.
Yeah,
like I play that while it helps me get in my zone.
Yeah,
yeah, that's all. I don't necessarily use any apps.
You know what helps? Headspace is a good app for getting started. It's free to a certain time, and they give you some lessons. But what's really good, like in the morning, just type in morning meditation. They got 10 minute, 5 minute, 20 minute, and it's guided. So they'll talk you through. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good start. That's a good start to get you in the rhythm of meditation. I think that's a good start. Well, that's the last question. Y'all bumped it up to 19 questions this week. Uh-oh, we getting wild out here, y'all. But thank you guys for watching another episode of Couch Chronicles. Remember, Shade Room Noise is out. Episode 2 with Jade and Devin. We got another Room Noise coming to you soon. Mike's story is dropping.
Y'all won't see this till tomorrow, so it dropped yesterday.
Today, Wednesday? Shit.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so y'all will see this tomorrow, so it'll be out. It'll be out. What else we got? Comedy Trap House. Watch that. Boss Talk. Subscribe to that. Share that. And keep the questions rolling. And we love you guys. Peace.